there's not enough intrigue at all about the World Heavyweight Championship. I said this yesterday. You look at Money in the Bank. The ladder matches are always going to get spotlight. They should. The Bloodline Cody match, sure. Sammy Braun's interesting. Seth Rollins. They bring Seth back right into the picture with Priest. Priest is like like when he's not with Judgment Day, he's kind of a baby face, and just how he's talked. He offered Seth a title match, which to me is hinting at a turn for him. But I think what happened to Priest is he had that briefcase albatross. What if Punk doesn't get hurt at the Rumble? What if Seth doesn't get hurt? What would have happened? I don't know that answer. I think it played well into the story of Drew McIntyre and CM Punk of Priest cashing in. And that's the best story on Raw right now, other than what Chad Gable's done. And that's cooled off a little bit in the last couple of weeks. But Priest was a background player to the Punk and Drew story the night he won the title. And now he's a background player in his own faction because of the Liv stuff going on. And they're dealing with Braun. I don't get it. Is that Priest? Is that him not stepping up enough? I think he's been overshadowed by a lot of people on Raw. The match feels thrown together. I think Seth said in the last day or two, he knew a few weeks before he was coming back. So you throw him right into a title match, and you put out there that, well, if I don't win, I can't challenge you again. Because he's had so many chances at Damian Priest before. No, it's his first chance. And if Priest loses, he's got to leave Judgment Day. And he's like, fine, if I do, I don't need him. There's no heat in the feud. They're trying to heat it up. They're nothing. Priest didn't have a title defense the second pay-per-view after he won. He didn't have a title defense. They had that one-off with Jay, where Jay was on the rise. That kind of cooled Jay off. I know he's getting big pops and all that. I'm not saying he got totally cooled off. But I'll tell you what, Priest feels like he's completely leveled off as the world heavyweight champion. Is he better as a heel? Is he better as a face? I don't even know that answer right now. Has he been hurt by the lack of Rhea Ripley? I don't know. That right there that you're looking at doesn't feel compelling, doesn't feel heated up, doesn't feel like a pay-per-view world title match. Whether it's his own faction, whether it's what Alpha Academy and Gable have been doing, whether it's the Wyatt Six, all of it has felt more important and bigger than Damian Priest's title reign. Stay on the same show. I've said this plenty. Liv finally wins the big one, right? Not the Ronda stuff with the cash. And she wins. She beats Becky. She beats her again. It's all been a backdrop for everything else with Dom. I get it. I'm going to take everything from you, Rhea, blah, 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 blah. I don't know when Rhea's coming back. She'll come back as a major baby face. Liv has overshadowed Priest, and Liv's championship reign doesn't seem to matter that much. Sure, she's fighting Zelina this week. With what, 2 weeks of build? Are you invested in Liv as a world champion, or are you invested as Liv, Dom, as whatever they're doing, and her infiltrating Judgment Day? She doesn't need to be champ to do that stuff. I get it. Yeah, she's taking stuff from Rhea. She took her title. She'll take Dom. She'll take her group. Okay, fine. But she's a shit stirrer on the show. That's what she is. Just, how do I mess with things? Okay, I did it again. Oh, wait, I'm also the champ. The title doesn't feel important on Liv. The title doesn't feel important on Priest. Go over to SmackDown. Just talked about Cody. Bayley? I'm a huge Bayley fan. Pam's the best. Her winning the Rumble like she did. You knew that Damage Control turn was going to come at some point. They did a nice job building to it. The execution was just okay. Her winning at Mania, I'm glad she got her moment in that way. Has anything been that good since then? It just feels like people aren't taking to Bayley's babyface run. It didn't feel like they had a lot ready to go after she won, much like Cody. Her music is god awful. 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 Would a Chelsea, let's say Chelsea wins Money in the Bank, and she cashes in on Bayley. And if you kind of look ahead and you see Nia versus Bayley happening at SummerSlam, and Nia beats the hell out of Bayley, and Bayley survives, and then Chelsea cashes in. To me, that gets a pop, and people would cheer for Chelsea after that. Maybe that turns Chelsea babyface. I don't know. There might be a very hard truth here. And I don't say this necessarily as a negative thing, because not everybody is awesome in any role. Or just, I shouldn't say not everybody's, people, some roles don't get over in the same way. I'll go back to the pandemic. Bayley was a very important part of the company during the pandemic. She figured out how to work that. Yell at Michael Cole, make noise. She had to create an atmosphere. Her and Sasha did that. They did a really good job during that time, sending Kyrie out of the company and stuff with Asuka and the multiple titles and Bayley 2-strap, all that, Bayley dose strap, or whatever the hell it was. Bayley 2 belts and Sasha dose straps or something. But they were a great heel team that could back it up in the ring, that could be underhanded, that could talk trash. They did all that. Bayley got really good at that. I don't think the beginning of Damage Control was booked very well. They bring them out and they just job to Bianca Belair. It didn't work. It should have, but there was clearly a rehab project going on with Bianca after what happened with Becky. So she beat Becky. Becky gets hurt. They write her off. Damage Control takes her out, all that stuff. And Damage Control's a new group, and they win the 6-woman match at Clash of the Castle, and then they can't overcome Bianca. Then they got it back around, and they were able to turn Bayley, and she became the babyface, and that whole group turned against her, and it's just fallen short. And I just go back to the idea, and I see somebody said in the comments, heel Bayley is just better. It's just a better character. Zach, I agree. Hey, this is Matt Camp. Thanks for checking out one of our recent clips from the Wrestling Mat. Why is someone so close to The Rock kind of throwing Cody under the bus?
Yeah, a lot of people won't engage with Jim Cornette. I did, just because I have a mark for Jim Cornette.
Please subscribe right now. Hit the like and turn on notifications so you don't miss a thing. And I think you should listen to your TV partners. Let me tell you about WWE and a little insight. More subscribers means more content. And make sure you follow us on social media at WrestlingMat23 on both Twitter and Instagram.